gun lawyer.
Hi, gun lawyer Cheshire DeBrosse here, coming to you from my office. We're going to be answering some questions today, and we have a question from a Digger Joe. Joe, your question was, can I carry a spring-assisted knife in Ohio? Can I carry it in my pocket with the clip showing? There's a bunch of issues in the knife law in Ohio, Joe. Unfortunately, it's not very clear. As one of our previous episodes, we stated there's no statute really that specifically says you can carry a pocket knife when we talk about knives. There's a law that said you cannot carry a concealed deadly weapon. It's arguable that any knife is a concealed deadly weapon. The way the courts generally look at it is through a totality of the circumstances. And why is it carried, how is it carried, what kind of knife it is. So the more it looks like a defensive weapon, the more it'll be considered a deadly weapon. Generally, when I teach a concealed carry class, I go through this with my students briefly, and I tell them, don't get a knife with that's got the name Intimidator written all over it, or it's got like Zombie Killer on the blade, because I would tell the officer it's a utility tool. With that said, in Ohio, we have something called a ballistic knife, which is defined under our dangerous ordinance provision, which is a regulated item that you need to get a special permit for, much like a National Firearms Act firearm. This is what you're asking me, Joe, is clearly not a ballistic knife. A ballistic knife is like from Mortal Kombat, where Scorpion would shoot the tethered blade. But we have another law, revised code 2923.20. You can look that up for free online. And it says it's illegal to possess for sale a spring blade. I don't believe this is a spring blade. I think you can draw the distinction, but that law also says you cannot possess for sale a spring blade, a stiletto knife. You cannot possess a few other types of instrumentalities of weaponry or any similar item. So law enforcement could potentially make the argument that your spring-assisted knife falls under that. I have never personally seen that charged from any law enforcement agency. It doesn't mean it couldn't happen. I do believe you're fine. If it's not carried as a deadly weapon, you'd be fine under the law. But again, that's my informal opinion. Of course, I'm disclaiming you, Joe. Gunlawyer.com, Cheshire DeBrosse here. Be safe out there and carry on.